Hi, my name is Dawson Green, and this is my submission for the Spartan SGX workout. I was supposed to create 3 workouts. I already created those and submitted those. I ended up choosing workout number 1. The reason I chose this workout is because I use this type of training for when I train for like my ultra beasts or my beasts, or when I got my girlfriend and her friend and my niece and stuff prepared for their races and when they did their beasts and got their trifecta. And I realized that this training actually worked a lot. I noticed that if I set the workouts up sort of like a race would be, with running, and then each workout be sort of like an obstacle in between, I was able to condition my bodies and their bodies to be able to run through the race and the workouts and have less fatigue and less cramping and end up finishing in good time. So the way I ran through this workout is, once I got my class together and got the group together, I told them how it was going to go, and I got them through a set of dynamics. We did some dynamic stretches, did some spidey lunges, some knuckle drags, some heel taps to really get the hip mobility and really loosen up the lower half, because it's a lot of lower portion work. Got a lot of cardio, core work, lots of legs. So then what I did is, when I got to the workout portion, I didn't need to run through the runs because the run is pretty self-explanatory. What I had them do is, then I had them go through 5 burpees, just to kind of get the good motion in, get nice and low. When they come up, they leave the ground, both feet leave the ground, the hands come above the ears. Then I had them do a row for calories. They all knew how to row, but what I had them do is go through the rower, get 5 calories in, which gives them a chance to set up their rower, get in a position that's comfortable for them. And then after that, I ran through dead bugs, which is engaging the core. Sometimes people have a coordination issue with this, having both hands and legs come up at the same time, getting to a 90 and really engaging the core. So I had them run through 5 of those, made sure everyone was doing them properly before they started the workout. After that, I had them bike for cals, which same thing as the rower. They were able to set their bike up next to the rower, get comfortable, set the seat height at what they wanted. They went through 5 cals to really get comfortable with it, make sure they were efficient at it. And then I had them, after that, do their box jumps. So they would get their own box, kind of put it next to their rower and their bike, so they didn't have to move around. There weren't people colliding with anyone else. And then I had them do 5 good box jumps. So I made sure that they were leaving the ground properly and landing on the box softly, to avoid lots of knee or ankle injuries or anything like that, lots of the pounding on the knees. So after they would land comfortably on the box, I made a variation where they would step down, or for some people that couldn't perform the step down because either there was a height differentiation or something like that, I actually put another smaller box, like a rogue rubber box, right next to it, so they could step off that and get down, so that nothing happened with their knees. And then for the last workout of the section was the double unders. This is used with a speed rope, but for those of them, like the more elite athletes that wanted to try out for a harder workout, I had them using, it was called a fat rope. So it was actually a little bit thicker. Lenny, if you want to grab me one of those. The fat rope, what it is, it's a little harder to spin around, and it requires a little more upper body use and a little more coordination. So it's a little slower, and because it's a little heavier, so when you have to pull it through, you actually have to jump higher, so it actually fatigues the muscle a little bit quicker, to represent a harder obstacle. So this is actually what the fat rope looks like right here. It's like a 2-inch climbing rope inside like this, some sort of fabric, and has a metal grips on the end. And a lot of times what they do is they'll have a reverse grip like this, so when they come through and when they come around their head, they can actually pull it in and use the weight of the rope to actually snap it under their feet. It's a great workout, and it's a little more intense than a regular jump rope. But for those of them that even couldn't do the double unders with the speed rope, I just had them do singles, and then attempt a double under every 5, just to kind of get the movement and to really challenge themselves. But at that point in the workout, they're already fried anyway, because they've already went through about 30 minutes of real fast cardio and muscular strength activities. For the box jumps, that was really the only thing that was different besides the reps and the running for the workout, because for the box jumps, in the open heat, I had them using a 20-inch box. For the competitive heat, I had them using a 24, and the elite, I had them using 30. If I didn't mention this before, the reason I have the open, competitive, and elite is I like to structure it like a race. For the elite athletes who really want to push themselves and they believe they're the better of the better, and they just want to really get a great workout in and see if they can challenge their mind and their body, I have the elite section. That's like 600 meters of running versus the 400 or 250 for the open and competitive. So they're doing a lot more cardio in. And then for each one of the reps, instead of doing 20, 25, they're actually doing 30. So they're doing, if you were to fail an obstacle in a competitive or elite heat in a race, you'd have 30 burpees. So that's kind of how I simulate it as. They do 30 burpees, they'd be doing 30 calories on the rower, 30 dead bugs, 30 bifurcals, etc., etc. For this open heat, which someone looking for a challenge but doesn't believe they're in that shape to perform that workout, to do the competitive or elite, I just had the open heat, which is only 250 meters of running, which at my facility that I train at is just 1 lap around the track. They'll do that for each one of the running, and then 20 reps for each one of the exercises. I believe that's it, so without further ado, let's go to the workout. Out, you want to get your hips to the ground, and then when you're coming back up, you'll shoot your hips up, so bring your feet up, drive forward, get your hands above your ears. Let's try 5 now, let's do a good form. This is going to engage your core quite a bit, because you're going to have the extension of your arms and your legs. So for right now, the dead bugs, we're just going to go for 5, then moving down, and then work our 11, 20, 25, 30. With the dead bug, your hands are going to be completely over your head, feet completely extended, then you're going to lift both of them about 2 inches off the ground like so. Bring both into a 90. So my knees are in a 90, my hands are straight up in the air, extend, back forward. Okay, so when I extend, my hands don't touch the ground and my feet don't touch the ground. As soon as I begin the exercise, both stay elevated above the ground at least 2 inches. Alright? So let's try, lay it flat on your back.
Being drunk and weary, I went to my last chamber, taking money with me. But I never knew the danger. For about 6 or maybe 7, yeah, and watched Captain Hero. I jumped up by my pistols, and I shot him with both barrels. Yeah, my shot rained down my door.
As a 2-inch rope, this is a little harder to use. If you're running or you're doing the open heat, you can try your double unders with just a speed rope. Or if that's too hard, you can try a single, and then every 5 try a double. Okay? So just, if you're doing the singles with the double, just double your reps. So if you have to do 20, do 40 singles. Okay? So we're going to try this flat rope here. I usually start with the rope behind, control, around. Okay? So you just try and get 5 good ones, no rest. Just get the movement down. Okay? If you're going to be doing the open and you want to try the speed rope, the speed rope's over there, the singles, and then try a double under every 5.